As doctors and nurses risk their lives in the wards, residents in Wuhan are doing their part to pull the city together. Gloves and protective suits have been donated from across China and even from overseas. Distributing them is a challenge. But here comes Wu Yang, a mother of two and an owner of a local spa, and also a volunteer.
我们找那个郝主任，他是在前面吗？那个收物资的地方。好，谢谢。然后我们现在已经从4号门准备进来右拐了，您这边有人收货吗？好，哎，好，谢谢您，好，再见。
The delivery isn't easy. It takes time to find the right entrance. Most of the gates are closed to the public to prevent contamination. When we get there, doctors are already waiting.
就几天，因为现在口罩和最紧俏的就是个防护服和口罩，别的还好，会小一点，但是可以有很大的帮助。但是现在目前呢，现在最急需的是医用口罩。
Wu's delivery is of 2,400 such medical masks, very hard to get now. Not all volunteers' families are happy about what they are doing.
有支持的，也有不支持的。支持的就是那种分开，就是他独居，然后老婆和孩子到另外一个地方去住，
为了支援工作，
就是为了支援工作，而且还甚至有人剃光头的都有。然后我们是因为我每天在家里有2个小孩还有老人，他们是不太支持的，但是因为我比较坚决，就是因为太多需要我们了，所以就每天就是担心，回去了以后就自我隔离。
然后我可能还害你挨骂了，是吧？
对，然后我妈就骂我说她加入了是我影响到她。
Couriers are essential in this crisis. We meet some of them who are delivering medical equipment. This one has no time to talk.
公司是有规定是吧？
没有。
啊？
因为我们赶时间。
We follow him to a warehouse and meet a nurse who coordinates the distribution of medical supplies.
就是武汉市和周边市区各个医院送物资，然后这边顺丰的站点就给予了很多帮助。包括有给荆州市中心医院送的物资，他们站点的费用都是他们员工自己出的。
自己出的。
对。
Only 3 express companies insisted on providing service in town, but only for sending and receiving medical goods.
有没有跟其他的公司的快递小哥交流过？羡不羡慕他们现在？
也不是羡慕，我觉得他们应该羡慕我们，因为我们在疫情最严重的时候还在挺身而出，还在为大家服务，我们觉得还是蛮自豪的。
真的吗？很自豪，
真的。
Sher lives alone in Wuhan while his family lives in a remote village. He often has to go to hospitals with coronavirus patients.
妻子特别支持我，知道吗？他说在外面要让我时刻的小心，8点钟约好，然后视频聊天，他还看一下是不是骗他。
他担心你骗他什么呢？
主要是担心我们在外面，像我们特别是进入这些医院的属于医院比较密集的地方。每次我小孩都说，这么一声爸爸的骂，这是我儿子每次说的，觉得蛮欣慰，知道吗？
On February 12th, more than 10,000 new cases were announced in the city. The surge came when health authorities started to use clinical symptoms to determine a coronavirus patient rather than relying on slow tests.
中共中央政治局常务委员会2月12号召开会议。
On the same day, President Xi led another meeting of the Politburo Standing Committee. The meeting concluded that formalism and bureaucracy were big enemies in the fight against the virus. The next day, Hubei province and the city of Wuhan saw a change in leadership and more stringent measures to tackle the epidemic. help arrived. Another 1,400 military medics were sent to Wuhan on February 13th. 11 military aircraft brought medical teams and supplies. It's the first time that China's Y-20 transport plane is taking part in an operation outside of military drills.
这次我们医疗队抽的是精力强调重症、呼吸、传染、防疫。今天我们都是武汉人。
By now, more than 30,000 medical workers had been sent to Wuhan from 29 provinces and regions. Production of protective gear was also picking up. Hubei province can now get over 300,000 N95 medical masks per day, up from 35,000 per day in late January. On February 17th, Wuhan said the city was finally able to quarantine all people who might spread the virus. How did they do it? Walking, knocking, and more knocking.
你好，
今天一天都得把这一整层都敲完。我昨天这个同事手都敲红，手都敲红。
对啊，昨天我们手。
正常啊。
是。
三个人体温是否正常？
哎，上门排查体温。
需不需要我们测量？哦，查一遍啊。屋里有没有糖尿病、高血压、中等患者？
体温都正常吗？
我这样好，放门关好啊。
需不需要我们帮你测量啊？
Lee checks 1,000 residents' health status to uncover coronavirus cases within her jurisdiction, or what she calls the grid.
他说妈妈是汪汪队的，后来就看到他爸爸就说外面很严重，他也很担心，晚上还做噩梦，妈妈医院，他以为我生病了。
This has become a daily routine for Wuhan's community workers during the outbreak. And to keep the virus away from the healthy population, the city has strengthened its lockdown measures.
需外出就医的居民通过电话向社区报备。
Everyone is ordered to stay home until further notice. Only residents with medical emergencies or those with jobs relating to fighting the epidemic are allowed to leave. Groceries are purchased online, left at the entrances, and picked up later to avoid contact.
啊，能不能把你到医院去看看这个？不能，哪个人说好哪个？
你们能不能够教给我们开点药的？
开过药说，你说要我能开得到药，我找小姐看过病历开的药的单子的，我找到单子买。
在人民医院我看过，我找不甩拿一张的。
这个用的礼品，那我搞2号就差不多。
我们还是给你想办法联系医院好。
这搞的安神的药那些。
那个我们开安神药。
估计开不了，你非要有适当才能开，好不好？啊。就是这样的，然后你说送上去，他说不去，他没病。但是你看，他确实是有渗透期，看到没？就是这样的人。
那现在你怎么办呢？
我现在就是帮他买药，我等下给他送口罩来，送消毒片来关注的，他就随时他们家把电话留着。你下午问什么他都不知道，他们都不知道。
Staying at home might avoid unnecessary contact, but there's a price to pay.
我就说搞了几十上，我们都是有工作的，要上班。
我们也忙着急呀。
我跟你讲，单位都要垮了。
是的。
搞了你妈这个紧搞么事的？这3天6天14天20几天。
Nevertheless, demobilizing people in Wuhan is key to cutting off paths for the virus to spread.
The opinion of the joint mission, after looking at this very, very closely and in different ways, that there's no question that China's bold approach to the rapid spread of this new respiratory pathogen has changed the course of what was a rapidly escalating and continues to be deadly epidemic. And I just thought it's so important that we recognize that. And to the people of Wuhan, it is recognized. The world's in your debt. And when this disease finishes, hopefully we'll have a chance to thank the people of Wuhan for the role that they've played in it, because many of us, many other people here have suffered, but the people of that city have gone through an extraordinary period and they're still going through it.
One month after the lockdown, it seems like an end is approaching. More and more provinces start to see no increase in confirmed cases. And in Wuhan, patients with coronavirus symptoms no longer need to wait for days for the nucleic acid test. The number of daily new cases is on the verge of dropping into double digits. Doctors and nurses can't relax, but the country is behind them.
各地对我们的这种资助，我们就是生活上的改善，人员上的改善，特别感激，是真心的感激。就是之前就以为就是我们自己，对武汉的这种，这样的，然后其实就知道，其实不是一个人在战斗，全国人民都在支持我们。
我相信这次疫情给每个人都会留下一个深刻的记忆。
The battle isn't over, but people are now looking ahead to the day when love and life can resume.
我说潘多拉的盒子已经打开了，然后灾难、恐惧、疾病这些都跳出来了，然后但是这个盒子里面最后的一样东西，就是我们看这个希腊神话里面他说的，就是希望。只要希望还在，那么之前的所有这些都不会是问题。